So the gate was 2.55 million. The attendance was 18,117. It was a complete sellout. We actually started selling standing room only tickets. It's the highest attended non-basketball event in the arena's history. Fight of the night, Whittaker Romero. The performance of the nights go to Oliveira and Blades. They all win $50,000, but in the fight of the night, Whittaker wins 100. So congratulations to Whittaker.
Let's talk about Robert Whittaker. I mean, he's a guy that's not necessarily the most popular champion on the roster right now. I know he's pretty new there, but can you just tell me kind of what you think about him? I mean, facing a guy
Whittaker,
yeah, facing a guy like Romero twice.
Popular in Australia.
Yeah, but I mean, can you just tell me what you think about him? I mean, here he is. He fights Romero for 10 rounds. The guy misses weight. It sounds like he took the fight with no issue. I mean, what's your opinion on Whittaker and kind of where his star value is?
Yeah, well, you keep fighting like you fought tonight, it's going to go up quick. The problem is Whittaker's had some issues. He had injuries. He had staph infection. Had to pull out of the big fight in Australia. He's obviously had some bad luck, but broke his hand in the third round tonight. But he looked great. He's tough. He's durable. Tonight's fight was incredible. Yeah.
Romero obviously looked amazing as well in ways. He's a dangerous guy. But normally when a guy's 0-2 against a champ, probably not getting a third fight anytime soon. And of course, he missed weight. So I wonder, I mean, will you actively encourage Yoel to maybe move up to 205 and see what he can do there?
Probably a good idea. We're going to have to talk to him and his team. And, yeah, it's probably a good idea to go to 205.
Cool. Let me ask you about Colby Covington as well, your newest champion. Man, you talk about guys that move the needle. He definitely does it, though not always in the most, positive ways. I wonder now that, he's a champion, what will you do with him? I mean, will you encourage him to maybe settle things down a little bit? Are you okay with the way he promotes and markets himself?
I don't encourage guys to do anything. You are who you are, and it is what it is. Unless you're throwing dollies through bus windows, I don't encourage, people not to do stuff. He is, let him do his thing. Yeah.
He said he wants to take that belt to the White House. Will you put in a call to your buddy Trump and try to make that happen?
He wants to take, yeah, I can make that happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. And last thing for me, I mean, obviously you don't matchmake, but we know what the next fight is for him. It'll be Tyron Woodley. Tyron's already on Twitter saying, let's do this. Just curious, I mean, do you have any initial thoughts when that unification fight might take place?
No, but I have initial thoughts that it's good to hear he wants to fight. So good, yeah. We'll make a fight.
Dana.
Hey, buddy.
What did you think of Colby's performance tonight? He was an underdog when the week started, then he became the favorite by the end of the night. I mean, obviously he's a very polarizing character, but he ended up having a really strong performance tonight.
Yeah, he looked great tonight. He did a lot better than I expected him to do. I thought that he was very one-dimensional, with his wrestling. He looked good in the Maya fight against another guy who's, pretty much the same as him in a different way. And I always think of RDA as a very well-rounded, tough guy, and I thought he was going to give Colby Covington a lot of trouble. But Colby looked good tonight.
You've been very outspoken in your support of President Trump and probably taken some flack publicly for that. What do you think of Colby, speaking out so loudly about his support of President Trump and obviously kind of taking shots at the Golden State Warriors and some of the other teams for not visiting President Trump? Like, do you laugh at that? Do you think it's good that he's speaking out about that?
What did you say in the beginning of that I've supported Trump and I probably got some slack?
You probably got some flack.
I've never got slack about supporting Trump, ever. Nobody's ever given me any slack, ever. But no, I mean the guy. Listen, I don't care what your politics are. You can like whoever you want to like. If he likes Trump, then he likes Trump. If somebody doesn't like Trump, then they don't like Trump. I have a lot of friends that don't like Trump, but I don't ever talk to them about that. Snoop hates Trump badly, and Snoop and I never talk about that ever.
I know you don't. You always say you don't matchmake on the night of the fight, but what did you think of Holly Holm's performance? And would you like to see her stay at featherweight, or would you like to see her go back to 135?
She said she wants both. I love that answer. So she said she wants it all, and I like it. We'll see what we can do.
And last question. Obviously, CM Punk, suffered a tough loss tonight. I have to imagine that's it for him, but I mean, did you talk to him after the fight? And is that it for him as far as how many chances you're going to give him in the UFC?
Did he do any media after the fight? Huh?
He was transported.
Oh, he was? And everybody got transported tonight. Yeah. No, it should be a wrap, you know. The guy's 39 years old. I love the guy. He's the nicest guy in the world. We gave him 2 shots, you know, and he had a lot of heart tonight in this fight. And, yeah, I think you should call it a wrap.
Hi, Phil Thompson, Chicago Tribune.
Hi.
So following up on Punk, I guess you kind of answered the question. I wonder if you had a medical update on him.
I don't. I didn't know he was transported till she just said that.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you? You know how he is? No, we don't know yet.
Okay.
Hopefully he's okay. A lot of people got transported tonight.
No, absolutely. What do you think about the heart that he showed in the fight today?
No, he did, man. Listen, he got clipped a lot in that fight, and it looked like he was hurt bad a couple of times. He stayed in there. He went for 3 rounds. You know, Michael Jackson, I'm not happy with. This guy was acting like a goofball tonight. You get this opportunity to come in and fight CM Punk, and you're doing like bolo punches to the body on top. Never looked like he was trying to finish the fight ever, right? Looked like he could have finished the fight a few times. Never tried. I don't know what that guy did for a living before we gave him the shot, but whatever it was, he needs to go back and do that again. He's 0-2 as far as I'm concerned.
Well, to that point, it seemed like he was trying to milk it to stay on TV longer. Did you get that sense?
I got the sense that he's a complete fucking idiot, and I couldn't wait for that fight to end, and I regretted not putting it on Fight Pass.
Okay.
That's how I felt about it.
Okay. And with Blades, to the man's earlier point, I know you don't match make, but what are your thoughts about Blades' future?
He looked unbelievable, and obviously beating Alistair Overeem is a big deal. So, yeah, very impressive. And the way he beat Alistair Overeem is a big deal. So, stud. I didn't realize how big that guy was until him and Alistair squared off the other day. The guy's a monster.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dan, right here in the front. Right here.
Hey.
I know you've been asked this a lot this week, but we talked to a lot of the winners backstage, and almost all of them said they preferred the early morning weigh-ins.
Yeah.
And even during media day, a lot of the ones that didn't come out on top tonight said they preferred the earlier weigh-ins.
Yeah.
But you were pretty adamant that you spoke to a lot of fighters and they wanted the afternoon weigh-ins.
Yeah, we talked to more fighters, and they want 4 o'clock weigh-ins.
So it's just a coincidence that all these fighters tonight only want early
No,
morning?
it's not a coincidence. I'm sure there's 550 fighters under contract, so there's a lot of asking to do before you get a number where you think that, the ratio is off.
Sure.
Tonight, I don't know if tonight was 5 and 5, 8 and 3, or whatever the number was, but yeah. Believe me, we've studied it. The numbers don't lie. We've talked to fighters. A ton of fighters want to go back to 4 o'clock, and there's a lot of fighters that don't. Eddie Alvarez, made a strong case to me on about basically, people who don't make weight are never going to make weight no matter what time you do the weigh-ins and stuff like that. But the numbers don't lie. The percentages are way off. And I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of fighters, and most of them are not morning people. They sleep all day, and they're usually up late at night. And this whole morning thing, they gotta cut weight that night. God knows how late they gotta stay up, cutting weight, and then they go to bed and they can't sleep much. It just isn't working. So, no matter what, there's no debate about this. There's no debate. We're going to 4 o'clock.
And my last question is, you did talk about Mike Jackson. Is that it for his UFC career? Or
Yeah, that's it for his UFC career. Yeah, I wouldn't put that kid in the Contender Series.
Blades was saying he's next in line for the belt now. He thinks it's his time. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. Yeah, obviously you just beat Alistair Overeem very impressively, so we'll see what happens.
Can you compare him to maybe another heavyweight that really rose up the rankings that fast? I mean, beating Hunt, dominating Overeem tonight. Have you seen a heavyweight kind of start out like this or get to this place quickly?
No, probably not Francis, other than like Francis.
Nice.
That I can remember.
Hello, Dana. What is your takeaway on Arlovsky to Vasa fight, and how did you score it yourself?
Andrei Arlovsky looked good tonight. I mean, the kid he fought is a real tough, durable, hard-hitting guy, and much younger, obviously. And he looked good tonight. He took some big shots to the chin and kept coming forward.